Let's go over Teleportation Circle first, in case you haven't seen this. It's Thassa. This is basically Thassa. It costs 4 mana, just like Thassa does, but it can't tap stuff down, which sucks. But the one I guess benefit it has over Thassa is that it can blink artifacts. It can in fact flicker artifacts, and we have a couple of those, right? We have Portable Hole in the deck. We have Potion of Healing in the deck, which is kind of cool to blink. So Teleportation Circle's ability to blink artifacts comes up every now and again, but I just want to try mono white Thassa, basically. see how it works. I'm pretty sure the deck is not built correctly either, but I just wanted to throw something together and see if Teleportation Circle can do a thing. So let's look at all the stuff that we have. We have Portable Hole, which you can flicker and grab a token with it and then flicker it. Get a token every turn. That's a thing. Dawnbringer Cleric. Interesting card. You can gain 2 life, you can exile a card from a graveyard, or you can destroy an enchantment, which I'm really hoping we get to flicker this and just dash our opponent's hopes. If we come up to the mirror match and they're not playing Dawnbringer Cleric, we're just going to body them. But you know, if destroying an enchantment's not important at the time, you can do all kinds of other stuff. It at least gains 2 life. Same thing with Skyclave Cleric. This also just gains 2 life when it ETBs, so might as well play 1. Why not play 1? It can also just be a land. Potion of Healing draws us a card, and we can sack it to gain 3 life, so good to blink with Teleportation Circle. Professor of Symbology, obviously, we blinked that. So Jury Shelter will protect a creature every now and again. I don't see a reason not to play 1 of this. Bound, it'll also protect a creature that we need around for being blinked. Like if we have a really important thing that we're blinking every turn, it's annoying our opponent, they want to kill it. This is a Jury Shelter. Bound in Gold is our answer to Goldspan Dragon, basically. We can blink this, though. We can blink it and put it on something else. But that's what we're doing about Goldspan. It's just trying to shut it down. Cloister Gargoyle. You may notice there's only 1 of these in the entire decks because it's not very good. It's just there were a couple of copies of this at first, but I decided there were too many 3-drops, and there's a couple of other cards I wanted to fit into the deck, like a 3rd Portable Hole. So I cut it down to 1 Cloister Gargoyle just because like I still want the ability to venture sometimes. It's fun. Might as well. Moonblessed Cleric is to go and get the Teleportation Circle, but it can also go and get a Bound in Gold if we want an answer to a thing. You know, earlier today, actually, I Moonblessed Cleric into a Potion of Healing to draw the Bound in Gold. So that's kind of nice. Pilgrim of Ages is just a 1-of, but I want to try this card out too. It's kind of our Birth of Melodus because it goes and gets a Plains. It's also recursible. See how often that comes up. Breach of the Ancient Lore I was really excited about playing. This is just 4 copies of this. 3 mana for a 2-1 that draws you a card and gains you a life when it ETBs. I want to see if that's good. I really want to see if that's good. So far, I played like 3 games and have not seen this 4 of yet. So maybe we'll see a couple of copies tonight. Skyclave Apparition is kind of a no-brainer, right? You want this card. And Legion Angel, you can also Teleportation Circle this if you want to go grab the other Legion Angels. So that can be kind of fun. And that's about it. That is the entire deck, aside from, you know, Faceless Haven, Cave of the Frost Dragon. So that's it. We might want some Doomskars, but the deck is pretty dependent on having creatures out, so I don't know how good Doomskar is. I really don't. But I do like the idea of, like, on a turn where you have enough mana, you cast a Doomskar with a Teleportation Circle out, cast a Doomskar, and then drop, like, a 2 or 3 drop creature and get to blinking it, right? So I think maybe if the deck had a board, like an actual best of 3 sideboard, we'd play Doomskar, but I'm just going to roll like this for now. I guess aside from that, there's Mascot Exhibition to reduce to memory and environmental sciences in the board. We have that because of Professor, but I think we still need to use slots on Legion Angel. It's probably the better card than like any of these lesson cards. So that's what we're doing. We actually did get kind of bit by the 7-card sideboard limit in best of 1 here, but I'll take it. Like I've said, I am not too sure about this one, y'all, but we're going to try it and see what it does. Oh, it's an oh, good game. Wow, dude. Yeah, it's a Goldspan, man. Oh, boy. It's a good Magic card. Another Luminarch Aspirant. Make sure you have 3 in the top 10 cards of your deck. Uh-oh, Siege Rhino, everybody. It's the best card in Khans of Tarkir, and we have to play against it. We go first. Lands are okay, I guess. Everything could always be better. Opponent starts, on Draw Redisruption as a land. Uh-oh. the only time we haven't had Dawnbringer Cleric as a 2-drop. Oh, it's blue. It's the blue-black control deck. Yeah. Okay. It's that deck, everybody. Let's get the creature with the higher power that goes and gets a second Teleportation Circle. Because the first one will be countered. It's like a guarantee. I played against this deck last night, blue-black control, and like as far as control decks go, it's pretty good. Just plays like 40 counter spells. So let's put this on the stack and see what happens. Yeah, we had to expect that. We had to expect that. What up, CLH? Good to have you on stream. All right, so we can try for Circle again, but will we play into Jwari Disruption? Will we do that or not? Let's get an attack in first. Wow, okay. So it looks like their hand is maybe... Oh, then we got it! We got it down, everybody! She's down, so we go get another circle to kind of protect this circle. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's get in. Now, what we could do is play another Teleportation Circle because we're fairly certain our opponent doesn't have counterspells unless they played one that turn, but I'm going to advance the board state. Maybe our opponent has Shadow's Verdict here. It's possible. Ooh. Well, let's go ahead and do it. Yeah. Because if they counter this, that's fine. We can still draw a card EOT with Priest. Getting a Teleportation Circle down against control feels really good. That feels fantastic. They do negate the potion. You must have just drawn that. You had to have just drawn that card. I can go get another circle if we really want to be cheeky. I could get another circle, but let's just keep drawing. Portable Hole again. Probably more or less dead against this deck. Well, he couldn't Shadow's Verdict that turn. We won one, baby. All you got to do is get down circle against control, and you probably win. You probably do. Yeah, it's not there yet. I don't think the deck is built correctly yet. I really don't. It's the same hand again, except this time it's 3 planes and an MDFC and a Teleportation Circle. The first game of those last 3 there, we had a Moonblast Cleric in our opener too, so it's like really similar. At least we get a 2-drop this game. Opponent leads on Palaka Predation, so I'm expecting a buttload of removal spells. Just all of them. Let's go ahead and grab Reduce. We need value, but like, what is the deck if not value? You know? That's the problem. It's like the deck is almost nothing but value. And apparently it's not enough. Let's go grab a second Teleportation Circle. Get in. Opponent on green-black. That means they might have an answer to Teleportation Circle in the form of Binding the Old Gods. So let's watch out for that. Field Trip. A lot of learn. A lot of learn tonight. Huh. Green-black ramp. They Containment Breach. Okay. That makes a great deal of sense, but that's cool. You go get a Containment Breach. You go do that. I'll hit for 5. And then I'll just go get another Teleportation Circle. So you have fun with Containment Breach over there. Take action. Teleportation Circle. Why not play the 2/4 Angels that heal and buff the board? Well, we have to be at 27 for them to buff the board, and we have yet to be at 27 all night. Of course, we might have a better chance at doing that if we played that card. But we play so many 3-drops in our deck already. Got to get rid of Cloister Gargoyle. This card needs to come out. I'll say that. Yeah, they got rid of the wrong guy. They definitely targeted the wrong guy there. We're doing the deck's doing okay. It's like that first game we played, I feel like we did really well too there. It was just, you know, you die. You die to Alrund's Epiphany. You die to Goldspan Dragon plus Inferno. There's not a whole lot of decks right now that can do anything about Goldspan Dragon, Inferno. You die. You know, it's just tough to deal with. What do you guys think? Potion or Professor on turn 2? Hey, it's Siege Rhino again. We just played against you. I know for a fact there are people in this queue, right? Why are we playing against you again? Like almost immediately after we played against you. Potion times 10? Yeah, I kind of think so too. We hold off on Professor until we know what we actually want to learn for. This game, they won't just let us get our circle down super easy. We still haven't drawn our 3rd land. That's bad. It's really bad. I was hoping Potion would do the trick for us. There it is. Thank you, Lord. Cleric. Go get a circle. There's only 2 of this card in the deck. There's only 2. This is like the best card in the deck. There needs to be 4 of these. All right. Priest. That is a saw it coming. We pretty much know now. We don't know, but we got a pretty good idea. Oh, it's a behold. Okay. Okay. Scry 2 to the top. So, very likely a counterspell in their hand. But maybe we can just get them countering spells for the rest of the game. They have to discard a card. They get rid of a Mordenkainen? Okay. Huh. Mordenkainen. Well, let's get in. It's a good card. Mordenkainen, that's a fine card. It really is. All right, they're deciding whether or not they want to do a thing. They don't. They go to 12. I'll have to cast Teleportation Circle yet. But let's also not overextend. I think I want to reduce in my hand for the inevitable ebb and death that they want to play eventually. Let's play Potion. See if we get a Dwari out of their hand or something. Nope. Take the card, though. Shelter's pretty good, isn't it? Well, I was just going to play it. Yeah, so apparently Siege Rhino's control deck is just not good against us, even if we don't get a Teleportation Circle. I think the strategy was working there. We were kind of forcing them to Shadow's Verdict. And if they Shadow's Verdict, we get a free Teleportation Circle. I don't know if anybody else knew that's what I was doing. But if we just play to the board without overextending, you know, note that I didn't play the other Professor that turn. I played the Potion. I didn't want to put too many bodies on the board because then a Shadow's Verdict bodies us. But if we can make them play into Shadow's Verdict, they have to tap all of their mana, and then we get a free Teleportation Circle that we're guaranteed to resolve. And that wins the game for us. Meanwhile, we can just keep attacking them for damage if they don't Shadow's Verdict. So I think we just were able to, you know, the going first really helped there. I think just getting out in front is what won that. So I think we're at least even. We're at least even in win-loss. Let's try to break that before we get off stream. We go first. We've actually gone first the last few games. That's refreshing. It's Plains. And I think it's pretty easy that we play Potion here on turn 2. Oh my god, is it blue-black again? 3 blue-black decks like in a row? Alright. Cool. Maybe we'll resolve Teleportation Circle against this one too. There's our 4th land. That feels pretty good. Come on. Oh, wow. It just came straight down onto the board. No counterspell. We have a flunk. All right. We know they don't have a 2-mana thing that counters creatures in their hand, but do they have a negate? Do they have Saw It coming for the next turn? Yeah, I'll get Reduce. I'm still not sure that Reduce is the right call there. Oh, that land is tapped. They better have a negate. Drawry does it too, but It seemed like they didn't have a Drawing net last turn. Oh, they for telecard. That's show us, Mr. Postman. Maybe. I mean, they might have an answer to Circle. They might. But I really feel like getting this card down against Control Deck goes a long way. Cool. It's down. Faceless Haven. We need an answer to Faceless Haven. That's another thing we don't really have. Oh my god. I thought they were going to activate the Haven the first turn it was out. I was almost sure they were doing that. Seen many a player body themselves on accident by doing that. Let's start by drawing a card. Really? Like, be serious? They negated a potion of healing. They negated a potion of healing. I just... Why? Why exactly did you do that? Okay. Alright, so what's in the graveyard? Nothing that really matters. Okay. I guess we'll get into. Let's draw a card. Strong use to negate, yeah. You're totally not going to hope you had, like, wish you had that later, buddy. Maybe they have two. I mean, these cards over here saw it comings or something, right? So, Haul the Storm Giants. Feed the Swarm. They did have an answer. They did have an answer. We were wondering if they did. They go to 16 off their answer, though. See if this gets countered. I would counter this if I were them. This is where you saw it coming. They don't. Huh. So how picky with their counter spells are they, really? It's funny, it's priests. See if we can get them to spend some mana here. I think they might want to. Sucker! Alright. They do get to scry too, though. Let's see how they scry. Got this control deck down to 2 cards and a foretold card. It will be 3 cards. 1 to the top. Okay. It's Priest. Faceless Haven. That's a good card. For winning races and whatnot. I don't know if this is going to come down to a race, though. Okay. It's Haven. There's an answer to Haven. I could also answer Hall this way. But they got a little while before they can Hall and Oates. That gets returned to our hand. Interesting. Then they learn. What do you learn for? Oh, this thing. Okay. Well, do I really want to do this now? Huh. Interesting. Interesting. You cost 6, right? Yeah, you cost 6. They have to have 7 lands before they can do that. I am going to put this on you. Now you're going to counter it? Yeah, now they saw it coming. All right. Huh. Yep, and you can only do it for a couple more days, Chris Jensen. Faceless Haven, a Book of Exalted Deeds, Platinum Angel. Yeah. They banned it on effective Friday. It's banned in 2022 standard. Let's make the Haven a land. Let's come on in, Dad. What you got? What kind of removal you got over there, bud? Come on, bub. They flunked the priest. What is this? What kind of Twilight Zone am I in? All right. Let's get a 3-2. Oh, force a sweeper, maybe. Let's just try and go kind of wide here. Anything in your graveyard I care about? Probably not. Guess I'll gain 2. Got this giant land you're waiting to swing on us with, so... One of the major reasons I did that is because even if they have a blocker, they still can't win the game next turn, or they still lose, right? They block basically anything, they still take 6. So they have to have a blocker and a removal spell. There's a multiple choice that they're going to come very close to tapping out for. That's going to return one of these, probably the token, to our hand. Oh, we get to pick. Huh. Cleric. Well, we got a Courtney Love for that. And that's a pretty good feeling. Whole. So whenever I say Courtney Love, I mean whole. Feed the Swarm. They are tapped out. So that's really good news for us, because that means all we have to do is Portable Hole the token, and we win the game. We had a target for Portable Hole the whole time, everybody. We found a target. Why 2 for 1 myself? So I could get a 3-2. Okay, let's go over it. Let's go over it. I'm sure I knew someone was going to ask about that. Why 2 for 1 yourself? Because at the time, opponent was at 6 with 2 creature lands. All right, it cost them a lot of mana to activate either creature land. Even Faceless Haven costs a lot of mana. They're at 6. All right, so we had Dawnbringer Cleric, Priest of Ancient Lore. Because we 2 for 1'd ourselves, we got it. By the way, it's not really a 2 for 1 because we played some Professor of Symbology to get that card in the first place. It's not like we drew it, right? We used card advantage to get the card, so we really didn't 2 for 1 ourselves in a way. But anyway, that's beside the point. Opponent was at 6, so I killed my own thing that wasn't going to matter anyway. What did we want to gain 3 life off of a Potion of Healing in a matchup where we ended up at 26? Like, our life total didn't matter. So I wanted a 3-2 on the board more than I wanted a useless artifact. That's why I cast the Reduced to Memory on the Potion of Healing. Now, our opponent was at 6. That puts him in a situation where we have a 4-3 Faceless Haven, a 2-power Priest, a 1-power, whatever it's called, Dawnbringer Cleric, and then a 3-power token. That way, if they block Faceless Haven, they still take 6 damage. They take 3 plus 2 plus 1, and they die. So what we were trying to do there was make sure we had lethal on the board. If our opponent had a blocker on the next turn, it's guaranteed they have a blocker because they have creature lands. That was my reasoning, in case you wanted to know. So, am I going to adjust it? Yeah, later on tonight I'll probably do a couple of things.